Hello, welcome. In this video, I'm gonna create an Android application. Just for your information, I'm an Android developer originally, and I've been developing Android apps for about 10 years. So I developed a lot of applications, and now I want to do it for the first time with AI. I've been making another different applications since now, like apps with the Python, with JavaScript, different things. But interesting that I haven't tried it on the Android. And today I want to try it and I want to do it with you. So to start, I suggest you to install Android Studio. You can search it on the internet or download it from developerandroid.com studio. So yeah, you can download it and install it, and then when you install it, you see something like this. Let's create an Android project, but before we start, I want to tell you what I'm gonna do, what is in my mind for this project. Uh, what I want to create, this is kind of app that it was in my mind for a while. And I found some similar apps in Google Play, and it was never what I wanted. Also, it was like paid version. So I want to create my own, and it's very simple. Let's imagine this is our app. What I want here is to be like a calculator. Uh-huh. Something like this. Um, okay. Mm, okay, this is the, I want to create a accountant, like personal accountant, but it's not an accountant. It's just kind of expense manager. I just want to know how much I'm spending every day. So what I want to do is like every time I'm spending some money, I just open the app. I want very fast UI to immediately be able to put the numbers and press on the app, and then it's save it, and then in the database then I can have some view how much I spent this month on what I spent, and yeah, like this. And why I'm not like using the like banking apps, because like banking apps force you to just use a specific card or something, but sometimes I spend money on cash, sometimes from one account, sometimes from another account, so it's not possible to handle it like that. This is the more convenient way for me to do it. So for the first version, I just wanted to put the numbers and press add, and it save it in the database. And also I want to be able to see mm, maybe uh, for example. It's just also showing the total here. And then I click on the add. This, and maybe we'll stop there. Okay. Like 100. So yeah, as simple as this for the first version. So when I open the app, I can see the total expense and I can immediately add some amount and just press add. And I don't want to put cents or something. I just want to round it up and put it because I want to just have some calculation how much money I'm spending in total. I don't want very um, accurate content application, something that it's handy, and then I wanted to add it to a list, show me a list, and the total I spent. This is the first version. Then after that, I'm gonna add something like a tag, so I can choose a tag like, okay, I spend this on groceries, I spend this for taxes and these things, and then I can filter it. I can make like a chart, like a pie chart to see how much I spend on each. Then I want to add some filter for the months and everything. But for the first version, I want to have this, and I want to have an application, Android application that saves this data in the database. So if I close the app and open it, I'm not losing the data. So let's go and let's try to create it. Um, the thing is, I can tell Cloud because I'm gonna use Cloud Code for this project. I can ask Cloud Code to create all the project for me, everything, but I don't know. I just doesn't have still that much trust, and it's for me it's cleaner to at least create a project from the Android Studio. So for this, I just create a new project and an empty activity. Then I'm gonna change it to my project Android personal accountant and change it to name of the project, the package name. This is like Java thing that you have to define a package name, and it's like if you have a domain like personal accountant and iact.ir, then you usually write it opposite side. This is a package name, and you cannot use any space or something. And then project, I can leave this on Android 7. And for the build configuration, I'm gonna use the Kotlin DSL. Finish. So far, no AI coding. So far, this is just how to create an Android application. So I'm going to use Compose for this Android application. Compose is a new, it's already 2 or 3 years that it's there. But before we used to use XML for the UI, now we are using Compose. That it's something like this. I say it's just like text and it will generate the text in the screen for us. Before we had to go to the XML, define the text, and come back here, mm, find it by ID, then say what to show, what not to show. Yeah. Okay, while it's importing and downloading Gradle and everything, I want to also prepare my emulator. So probably you don't have any emulator here. You just click on Device Manager and press on Add, Create Virtual Device. If you can also connect your real device if you have Android device. If not, you can create just an emulator here. We wait. Then I want an like pixel. So 6.8. Yeah. Just want to be sure that I have the API already here, so I don't have to download it. Yeah, and this one also, it's important that to have Google Play. Okay. API 33. If I already have it, if you don't have it, you have to download it. So you don't want to spend time for downloading it now. And yeah, that's it. You don't need to change anything here in additional settings. Finish. And yeah, here is my Pixel 6a. And I can launch it, but I'm not gonna do that now. If you have a MacBook with the M processor, it will be so much fast, and it's better to select an image that is made for the let me see if I can see it here. It's for the M processor, for the ARM processors, not for this. You see here is x86. It's because I still have Intel MacBook, so it's a little bit slow. So our project is getting ready. I usually put this in the project view. This is much easier for me to understand what I have. So as you can see, we have a project, we have an app, then we have our codes inside the main package, and then it's a Java, then it's the package name we defined. Then inside this is all the codes of our project, and for now we just have this main activity and something uh, some resources like icon. I think we can change it later. So, but for now, we just need to go to the main activity, and here is our main activity. And what I want to do, I want to select my emulator that I made and press run. Now it starts to run my device and run the project. Gradle is running. It's building my application. Maybe very short explanation what is happening here in Java. I mean, here you see Kotlin, but Kotlin and Java are similar. Kotlin is kind of made on top of Java to make it kind of easier and give it more tools, maybe. But yeah, they are logically same. So everything in Java is a class. As you can see, our main activity in Android is every every kind of UI, every page of we can call it activity. So it's the also main activity. It's kind of the main entry point of the Android application. I don't want to go much more detail about like what is Android manifest, that we are defining Android activity inside the Android manifest. Yeah, you see, we define all the activities of the project here. It's kind of configuration file for all the app. But for now, the goal of this video is mostly AI coding than coding for and then Android. That's why I don't want to go much more in the detail of Android programming. I want the Claude Code to do it. And so, yeah, just in the time that I'm waiting, I can explain a bit of the project. Okay, the thing is, yeah, it's trying to build the application. While we are doing this, I can already start my cloud also at the parallel, so we can save some time. Okay, I will run the terminal inside the Android Studio. I want to use Claude Code. This is the good thing about Claude Code, that you can use it everywhere. You just need a terminal. And yeah, I'm gonna use it here. And I have this terminal open. I don't need to create more. I will just write Cloud. Laptop is super slow. Cloud. So yeah, came back. I had to pause the video and wait until it's finished. And as you can see, this is a very simple Hello Android application. And as you can see, this is the way it works. It's calling this greeting method. This greeting method comes here, create a text. And inside the text, we have a hello and this name that we are passing to it, which was here Android. Like I can change it to hello, hello. Then I can run it again. This time will be faster. First build usually takes more time. Let's see. Also, I changed my emulator to something smaller. Nexus 5 is a bit older model, smaller size, so it can run it faster on mobiles. Okay, so while it's trying to build this new version for us, I'm gonna come here inside Cloud and I'm gonna write /int. So every time you create a new project, you open a new project in the cloud, you have to call this /init, and this /init starts to identify your project, structure of your project, and what you have in the project, the way you build the app, the way, I don't know, if you have database and how you do the migration, what technologies you are using. Make a summary of everything. That it helps it to every time you create a new chat with the cloud, and it means you create a new context window with the cloud. It has knowledge already about your project. and automatically this, because after this you will see it create a Cloud MD for me, and this Cloud MD will be injected automatically every time in each new chat. And I will show you that also with like okay, let's finish something, and now it's created the Cloud MD. It wants to save it. Yes, save it. Okay, now we should have a Cloud MD. Yeah, in our project. It's here. Perfect. As you can see, this is the Cloud MD file. This is the name of the project. This is the package name. This is the SDK. You see, there is a very summary of everything. This is the way we build it. This is the way we test it. This project structure, architecture, everything. And yeah, every time it will read it. And if I want to add something inside Cloudy, I can manually edit it, or I can ask the Cloudy like this. I will put like hashtag. I don't know what's the other name. Sharp maybe. And then I will write something to add it inside the memory. I can also ask it to add this in the memory. For example, I want to tell it to use solid principles. This is a coding principles. And it asks me if I want to save it in the project memory or user memory. If it's a user memory, it will be injected in all the projects. But if I just want this for this project, I will save it in the project memory. And if you wait a bit, it got it. And if I come back again to this project, you should see it somewhere here. No? That is, yeah, it's here. It took time to update it. Use solid principle. You see, it added what I said here. So every time in middle of coding, you want to add, it works like also the rules in the cursor, for example. You want to add a rule, so next time when you ask something, remember you can very fast and do this and then ask something to add it inside the memory. Okay, let's go a bit further. I want to update the memory and I want to give it some basic structure of the app that I like to have. I prepared some file. I can also share it with you if you like. This is the structure of my project. Usually I use this architecture. I'm using MVVM. I'm using like use cases. I'm using Jetpack Compose. And the way I structure my project is like this. I have like a core folder. I have data and like UI, domain, presentation. And inside data, it might be local data, might be remote data. It's repositories. And also I have my test. This is the format I like to structure my project. It's based on the clean code architecture. So yeah, also the libraries I would like to use. It's not all of the thing, everything, or I want to have dependency injection using that. But it's something basic for basic of any project that I would like to have. And yeah, I made it in another project that I had. I created exactly the same way, like slash init. I create this MD file, then I ask it to generalize it for every project so I can use it. Now I want to copy it and paste it here. Use this pattern for site memory and use it. And yeah, I paste it. When you paste it, if it's a long text, it shows it like this. Yeah, I just paste that text. I can also share it somewhere that in a Git or something that maybe if it's possible in the comments, so you can use it if you want. It's not something special. You can do also Android programming without this thing. It's just the way I like my project to be structured. So yeah, it's updating our memory. And okay, I'm gonna give it access to every time you wanted to update this file, don't ask me. And yeah, we have it here. Have it here. Have everything I asked here. Okay, now before we start coding, I still didn't start coding, didn't start anything to code. Before we start coding, we need to prepare it. We need to create kind of PRD, projects, requirements, and task, anything. But first, we need to tell the cloud what we want. And first, we need to prepare Cloud's mind, Cloud's context window about our project. Okay. So what I want to do here is just, I want to do a very simple way. I want to take a picture of this. I'm using Mac, so I'm using Command Shift 4. Then I can crop this. This is here. I will just drag it inside my, oh, didn't work. Okay, let's try another approach. Do it again. And yeah, I usually use well, for coding with Cloud. It's much better UI for terminal, especially for running the cloud. Here, this terminal is a bit annoying. But yeah, now inside my desktop, I should have these screenshots. Oh god, it's not letting me warp. I can easily do it. I don't think so. Okay, you know what I want to do? Here, I can find that. Then I want to open this here. And I want to run the cloud. And this is the thing that recently I'm using this tag, dangerous use permission. It's not asking you anything. It's just going. It's dangerous. It might run some bash commands and destroy something in your OS level, or it might connect to the website and download something that you don't want, or run something. There might be, I don't know, prompt injection, and like imagine it open a website and there is a prompt there to destroy your OS, then it comes here, write the code based on that prompt. So it's very dangerous. The best way is to like create a Docker and then have your own all your project or even Cloud running on the Docker, so you're in a safe environment. But for now, I'm using it. It's okay. I take the risk. So one thing, this terminal and this terminal, they are both open in the same place. But the thing is, this one already knows a bit about my project, already knows about some stuff that I trained with. And this new one, you should behave with it like a new person. It's another person, already have no knowledge, except one thing. It already included this Cloud MD inside it. So it has this knowledge that it's here. Uh, this is very important because every time you create a new chat with Cloud, you should keep in mind that it's like now you're talking with a new model, with a new person. So if you don't pay attention to this, it might be so disappointing. Like you are going good, you are writing everything good. Now it's understand you. Now it's know what to do. Then suddenly you get to the limit of the context window very full, and you have to compact it, or it auto compact it, or you want to you create a new one. Then suddenly it start to behave differently, instead to go different styles, start to make bugs, start to go backward, like start to create mock data instead of real data. Uh, then then you get mad. I'm getting mad sometimes. And yeah, this is the way it is. One of the key of AI coding is to be calm. Okay, it's okay. For now, I didn't add anything very specific about the project here, so I can just continue here because it's already injected Cloud MD, so I don't need to tell it anything new. But from here, it's getting more important. So I want to drag this screenshot here, and you see image one. So now it knows my, it can see the sketch I gave it to you, to it. Now I want to give it some idea about what is my project, and I want to talk. It's easier. So I'm using Super Whisper software. Okay, just holding Option dash. I want to create an Android application. This app will be called Personal Accountant. For the first version of this app, I want it very easy, very simple. First page, I see a keypad that I can type, and um, it has a place to show how much I entered. Then there is a button to add. When I add it, it saves this amount inside the database. For database, I'm gonna use Room database. And also in the first page, at the top, at the very top, as you can see in the design, I want to show the total expenses, which should be an aggregation from the database, from my Room database, all the expenses, sum of all the expenses. Okay, let me see. Tourism. So after clicking on the app, we go to another page, which is the list of expenses with the date of them. If it's for today, I don't want to say the date of today, just write it today. You can write the hours also. And if it's yesterday, also put yesterday. But if it's before yesterday, you can put the date. And also the total on the top. Just that simple, and a button to add another. So it has two pages at all. And just this, don't add any more functionality. Okay, it should be easy. It should make it very fast. I expect it to do it in less than 5 minutes. But wait, I don't want to go further. But before you start, I want you to create a PRD for me. and save it in a root directory. Yeah, I don't want to start coding. Don't code yet. Let's check this PRD together first. This is very important. Preparation is very important in AI coding because the AI code very fast, faster than us. And to catch up with it will be hard if we don't define the project very well, if we don't go step by step on, if we ask a big project at the beginning, then at the end the result is not very in the direction that we want, and then it's became harder to fix this stuff now, but if you go step by step with it and developing small steps, adding small features, then we get better result. Okay, it created PRD for me. Let's read this PRD first. And I want to close the cloud here. It's this distract. Okay, app name personal. No, I need to change it. Content. Maybe that's voice tool didn't work good. MVP, individual user who wants to track their simple expense tracking within a main screen, shows sum of expenses at the very top. Now keypad for amount entry, show the current amount in enter, save the navigate to expenses. Perfect. So totals for all the expenses amount. Smart dates formatting, add button. Architecture, home database, Jetpack Compose. You see, I didn't tell this time that I want to Jetpack Compose. I didn't say MVVM. I didn't say Kotlin, but because it was already in my Cloud MD, it already knows what I wanted. Navigation to screen total, main screen, expenses. Okay, I want to add some stuff here to be sure we are going in a good direction. Here, okay, looks good. You see, it understood my design and created some layout with that is insane. Yeah, exactly. This is what I want. No space category, no editing, no nothing. I don't know. Android only, local storage only, no network connection required. Okay. Do we need to add specification about how we want to implement navigation? For example, I'm thinking to use compose navigation here. I don't want to create different activities. Do we need to add anything there, or do we need to add anything that we want to use dependency injection? Yeah, let me add these details also in our PRT. These are more technical stuff maybe, but it's good to have because there are different ways of implementing Android application. Like for each page, you see we have 2 pages in our app now. I can there are different ways, but one of the ways is to create activity for each page. Another way that's easier, less code, and even performance is better is to use compose navigation, which is kind of switching between the composable functions. Just this, instead of showing like this greeting, you can put an if and decide instead of greeting showing the, for example, the list instead of first page showing the second page. It's at the very top top level we want to think it's like this, but there is a kind of thing called compose navigation that makes some transactions and handles like backstack, which means like if what happened if you press the back button, automatically comes back to the first page. But yeah, so I guess we are good. Mhm. Okay, before we start, there is one more thing. As you see, because I put it like a dangerously skip permission, it's not asking me any question for editing files, reading files. It's just going, and it's also saying here by passing permissions. Be careful. I initial the git for this project and create the first one. This is important. This is very important, especially in AI coding, to use Git. Because when you use Git, you always have a way to go back. If you see you ask something and it destroyed everything, you always have a way to change your mind and go one step back. And I could create a Git myself. It's not even hard here in the Android Studio. You just copy CS and create Git, but it is everything. And you see everything got red, which means they are not injected. They're not added to my Git repo yet. And now everything is white again, which is good. Means everything is added. And look, like for example, in Cloud if I change anything, now that I have Git, it became blue. Means there is a change. I can also see the change. I can revert it, and I came back to the old version. And also I can come here in the Git, and I can see, yes, we have a head, we have a branch here, and this is the only commit we had, and these are the files that we commit. Perfect. Now start develop. Yeah. Okay. Let's see. Now is the fun part. Now we wait. You see, this is the Cloud Code. This is what I like. It creates kind of tasks for itself. Set up project dependencies, create database entities, implement repository layer. Yeah, the app looks simple, but it's not that much simple to implement, especially in Android, especially with the structure I asked for. So it's not that it's just 4 line of code and it's done. Especially I asked for a database, so we have the database. If it was memory, it would be so much faster, but let's see. Mhm. So you can see it's adding the libraries for me. This is the libraries. And it's adding the libraries for now. Now it wants to create database entities. You can see what's happening here. You see this one got blue, means there is a change. Also, I can see here, you see commits. I click on it and see all the files that changed in already. So yeah, these are the changes it did. It's just adding the libraries. It's not anything important, not any code. And from here, I can also, this is how I used to commit the project. So I was selecting everything. I was like, okay, I want to commit these two, and I was writing some commit message and then press the commit. And done. But now I'm asking AI to commit itself. So yeah, what we are doing here. Okay, created project. Okay, it should be more now. It's just not updated yet. Let me see. Or it didn't add the files into the Git yet. Yeah, because you see, it created some files, created this DI, created this data, and it's exactly the way I wanted. I like it. Local app database, expense entity. Yeah, you see these reds means these files didn't add it to the Git yet. This is very dangerous. We should be very careful with it because if you don't add the file to the Git, you are not tracking it. So let's see if they add it itself because it has a knowledge about Git now. For now, we are in the same context window, which is very good. If we can manage to finish all this project in one context window, would be amazing. Get very good result. And why these things are red? Is it wrong? It's not wrong. It did add the because it cannot find these libraries, and the reason is that in Android you have something called Gradle for the adding libraries, and every time you add it, you add a file here, do some edit here. It's not immediately downloading those libraries, so they are not. It's like if you're working with a Node.js, you have a package a JSON file. This Gradle works like that. It's just adding the name of and version of the libraries to the Gradle, but it's still not downloading like and now I need to write something like npm install, no? Or in Gradle, we just have to sync the Gradle. And usually when you do the manual change, a button appears here to sync, but if it's not, you can come here and click the button to sync it. It's not obvious. Yeah, yeah, okay, we have it. Sync. Now it's syncing my Gradle project. For AI, it's not important to sync now because for now it's just coding. So it's just coding, coding, coding. Doesn't matter if it's synced or not. Maintenance expenses. Let's see what it is on the screen. Created the application file, added the field. As an Android developer, so far I'm happy. So far looks good. So far it's the way I wanted. Yes, this is going very good. Here is also good. I like the fact that it knows how to develop it the way I like. We have some issues with Gradle, but we can ask the AI to fix it itself. Okay. This is our screen using material 3. Interesting. Okay. Let's see. Wow, what is this offline? Navigation between the screens. The good thing is it has also tested complete app functionality, so it means it has a plan to somehow test it. I just don't know how it was to test it, because this test doesn't mean to write any unit test, so how it wants to test it, I don't know. And yeah, it's removed this, you see, this hello world stuff and replaced it with nav controller, you see, navigation. So it used that navigation library that I was saying about. Okay. Oh, it's just building it. It's good. It's good. Now it will get that error of Gradle and it will try to fix it itself. Just want to say something. My emulator is already running. When you finish, please try to run the application on my emulator. Okay, see, it got the same error that we got. And now it wants to fix it. I need to fix cat. Okay. And this is my emulator running. See. I'll just enter this. It will goes into a kind of queue of commands. It's for now it's just there. It's not reading it until it finish its job. But I want it to be the next command, and as soon as it's finished, to run my command. If I want to stop it, I need to press escape button. But for now, I don't want to stop it. It's doing good. Okay, it added some changes. Now it's building it again. It's taking time. It's usually it's good. One thing about the Git, like now that we have these red bars, we have these blue bars, it's very easy to even ask the AI, just revert the changes. It's very easy. You don't need to be worried about your code. Even that I'm running it in this dangerous permission, I'm not worried about my code at all because it can always revert with the Git. I just worry if it runs some bash command that I don't expect it, but usually it's not happening. So we found another error. I'm gonna pause the video, and if I had to change anything, I will resume it and I will show if I did anything, if I said anything to the AI, so you can see everything I did. I just want to pause it until it's finished. It might take some time because building Android application usually takes time. But I just want to wait. I'm not gonna touch that. Okay, it seems that it's worked. We are getting build successful. Now checking lint checks. I don't need this lint checking, so I will pause it. I told you can pause it like this. Okay, no critical role, works correctly. Okay, it thinks that everything is good. Okay, now it automatically, you see, automatically run my next command. I did not. So you can give it commands, 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 and just leave it and go and come back when it's finished. But it's also dangerous. Sometimes it's going wrong direction, so it's always good to see, to watch it, what it's doing. Or you can, sometimes I'm even creating multiple cloud in Bash and then asking to change different parts of my application at the same time. I just go into each one of them to check what is the status, how it goes. Ah, you see, it uses ADB. It's a terminal command to check if there is any device connected. It uses the ADB. It found my emulator. Now it's installing the app on my device. Field successful. Now let's build it. Okay, it just installed it now. Okay, it seems we have crash. Let's see. Let's check the log cat. This cat here is the log cat. Oh no, it's just my system that is slow. App is functioning. No error yet. Just slow. Close them all. And yeah, done. And it's beautiful. Okay, okay, let's try 25. Okay, add. Okay, it's added. It went to the list. Let's add another one. 7, 5. Yeah, it's just a bit slow. I guess this is my system today, this hour. Now let me close this app. Then again. And 32. I have all the expenses. Okay, perfect. That was very good. I'm happy with the result. I guess you're also happy too. And yeah, we have our Android application. We can ask, oh, one more thing. Commit all your changes because we want to have this. Now I tested. Now I check the code. I'm happy with the result. I didn't check the code yet, but most probably it's okay. And I'm happy with the result now. And I just want to keep this version before I start to do any changes. And actually, I'm looking at the code. It's good. It's exactly the way I would do it. And because of that first config that I gave to it, which was very kind of my style of coding, exactly copying the style of my code, and I'm super happy with it. I'm gonna continue on this project because this is the app that I'm developing for myself. So I want to add more features on it, as I said. And but I'm gonna do